My name is Paige, and I'm 30 years old. I currently live with my husband, Yasuji, and our 2-year-old daughter, Panimi. My husband works a 9 to 5, and I'm a full-time housewife. Right now, we're saving up money to purchase a new home. We're under tight financial restrictions, but we're still living happily as a family. And more than anything, I'm just happy that I can stay by Panimi's side every day and watch her grow. But one day, the company Yasuji worked for got hit by a recession and quickly went bankrupt. After losing his job, he managed to find another company that was willing to hire him, but he isn't making as much as he used to there. And so given this situation, I suggested this to Yasuji. Hey, I don't think we're going to be able to keep putting food on the table with your salary alone, so I'm considering working a full-time job again to support our family. And you know how you're working shorter hours right now, right? Could you start picking Panimi up from preschool after you get off work and do some of the chores around the house before I get home? Am I asking for too much?
You are. I don't know if I can do that, honey.
What?
You know how you went to your friend's wedding the other day and made me look after Panimi all by myself?
Well, sure, but what about it?
Didn't I tell you that was probably one of the worst days of my life? There's no way I'll be able to look after Panimi on my own.
Yasuji always said that he wasn't very good with children. It almost felt like he had changed his mind when we had Panimi, but that only lasted for about 6 months. After that, he's been a non-factor in terms of raising Panimi. When I came home on the day of the wedding that Yasuji was talking about earlier, Panimi was crying on the floor while my husband was sleeping on the couch with headphones on. Sending Panimi to preschool isn't cheap, so ideally Yasuji would be able to look after her all day, but I guess I don't have a choice. And so I decided to ask the preschool to look after Panimi for an extra 2 hours every day. And now that I'm working a full-time job, I'm in the office from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. And after getting off work, I immediately head over to Panimi's preschool to pick her up. Man, I've been so busy the last few weeks, I haven't gotten enough time to relax and let off some steam. I'm home.
Oh, welcome back, Paige. I'm hungry. So can you make dinner for me? Oh, awesome! That's a critical hit!
He's playing games on his phone again, and he didn't even take in the laundry for me. All of his clothes are still on the couch, too. Why can't he just put them in the washer? Hey, honey, when did you get home today?
Huh? When did I get home? I think it was around 4, but why? Oh shoot, nice! That's another critical hit!
You always get home before me, so I'd appreciate it if you helped me out with the chores around the house a little.
What? No! Why have I gotta do that, huh? You know that I'm not good with chores, right? I mean, you've known this from the very beginning, but you still chose to marry me, so you're just gonna have to do everything for me.
What the hell did he just say? You know what? That's enough. I have got to put this guy in his place. I know that, but you can still try. And besides, you haven't shown any willingness to learn. Maybe if you try it a few times, you'll become better at it. I've been super overwhelmed lately, and I need you to help me out here.
You're kidding me, right? But I'm a man and you're a woman. Chores are supposed to be...
You know what? Forget it. I'm not making anything for you tonight. If you still want dinner, you can just have this.
Wait, but that's a cup of instant noodles, though. You're kidding me, right?
And so during dinner, Yasuji watched Panimi and I enviously as he ate a cup of instant ramen for dinner. And the next morning...
Hey, Paige, I've been thinking about what you said last night, and I know how hard you've been pushing yourself lately. So I wanted to thank you by taking you to a hot spring hotel.
What? A hot springs hotel?
That's right. I want to give you a chance to relax for a few days, you know? And don't worry about the money. I'll pay for everything, so please, could you start making dinner for me again? Please?
I guess Yasuji feels bad about what he said last night. This is his way of apologizing and showing his appreciation to me. Well, he looks like he's being sincere, so I guess I can forgive him. And with Panimi in my arms, I said this to him. Well, I'll be looking forward to the trip then. But on the day of our trip... Wait, what? When we got to our destination, we saw a bunch of people walking over to us while waving their hands at us. Isn't that Yasuji's family? That's his parents, his uncle, and aunt. And even one of his cousins is here. And that's when I whispered this to Yasuji. Hey, why is your family here? What's going on?
Well, guess what? I managed to convince my mom to pay for our stay here. That means We get to go on this trip for free.
What? You convinced her to pay for us?
I explained to Mom how hard we've both been working lately to make ends meet, and she was so impressed that she said she was willing to take us on the trip for free.
Really?
That's right. Sorry I didn't tell you beforehand that my family was coming with us. I thought you'd refuse to come if you had known that my parents were going to come with us. So...
And so here we all are, seeing each other for the first time in what feels like years. Hey, Paige. Hey, Yasuji. Long time no see.
I heard that you've been doing a heck of a job raising your kid, Yasuji. Good job.
What? No, he hasn't. He's been a terrible father so far. What has Yasuji been telling these people? And so I got on the taxi with all of Yasuji's relatives, but...
Hey, we're gonna stop by a famous ice cream shop before we head to the hotel. Is that okay?
And so we got off the taxi and were about to head inside the ice cream shop when...
Hey, Paige, can you wait here and watch over our stuff? Don't worry, we'll get some ice cream for you as well. All right, everyone, let's go!
Wait, but you can't leave all your stuff in the middle of the street. It's getting in people's way, and... But before I could finish my sentence, Yasuji and his relatives headed into the ice cream shop. Their stuff is clearly getting in everyone's way. Why couldn't they have just brought their stuff with them? My mother-in-law remained with us as well, but the only reason she didn't go into the shop with Yasuji and her other family members is because her legs don't work very well. I can't ask her to help me move all of the stuff that's in the middle of the sidewalk, can I? But to make matters worse, that's when Panimi started sobbing her eyes out uncontrollably. She probably got carsick from the taxi ride here. The situation is getting worse and worse, isn't it? But that's when my mother-in-law went up to Panimi and gave her this. Here you go, Panimi. You can have this. It was a bright red hair ribbon. Wow, that looks so cute. Thank you so much, ma'am. I actually made this myself, but man, I don't know what my family was thinking leaving you guys out here like this, and they shouldn't have left all their stuff in the middle of the sidewalk either. After accepting her grandmother's gift, Panimi stopped crying and stared at the ribbon closely. All right, now's my chance. Let me move everything out of the way before everyone gets back. Thank God my mother-in-law is here with me. She's one of the most understanding people in Yasuji's family. And after a few minutes, Yasuji came out of the ice cream shop with his family. He was carrying ice cream cones in both of his hands, and a shopping bag was dangling from his arm.
There was a cute apparel store next to the ice cream shop, and my father bought a couple of clothes for me. But anyway, here's your ice cream. Thanks for waiting, honey.
But that's when Panimi, who was in my arms, started punching and kicking the air. I accidentally dropped the ice cream that Yasuji was trying to hand over to me.
What a waste. You're so clumsy, Paige. You gotta be more careful.
I guess he's in a good mood right now, because usually he'd start yelling at and blaming me for wasting the ice cream. When we arrived at our hotel, Yasuji headed straight for the onsen and ignored Panimi and me as we unpacked all of our belongings. It took 2 hours for me to get everything ready, and that's when we were finally able to take a bath in the onsen. But Panimi, being 2 years old, started running around the bathtub, so I had to wrap things up early and leave the onsen after a couple of minutes. Oh, and when I got back, Yasuji was already gone. When I checked my phone, I noticed that he had texted me and told me he was drinking at the bar with his relatives. I obviously couldn't take Panimi to the bar, so I had no choice but to put her to bed and go to sleep early. But when Yasuji got back from the bar, he woke me up and started speaking gibberish to me. God, he's drunk again, isn't he? And the next day, Yasuji, his aunt and uncle, Panimi, and I went to a restaurant in the city center to have lunch together. But he kept on making me carry all of his stuff. And I got tired after a couple of hours. But Yasuji seems to be having a lot of fun, though. Why can't he just help me out a little and carry Panimi for a few hours? I got fed up and said this to him. Hey, you took me on this trip so I could relax, right?
Yeah? Why?
Well, I haven't been able to relax the last 24 hours. I'm actually exhausted, you know?
Huh? Well, why don't you go home then? Well, wait, look over there. That snack looks really good.
He's not even listening, is he? I can't do this anymore. I'm not even kidding when I say that I'd rather be at home right now. And so after getting back to our hotel, I packed up all of my belongings without telling Yasuji about it. After gathering all of my stuff, I took Panimi with me and headed over to the entrance of the hotel. But that's when I ran into this person. Huh? Oh, Paige? Wait, are you going home already? And so I explained to her that I was heading home because Yasuji wasn't willing to let me relax on this trip. I told her that I was using more energy on this trip than on any other normal day, and that it wasn't smart for me to stay here. What? Oh, you're kidding me, right? But my son told me that he's been doing an excellent job taking care of his daughter and doing all of the chores around the house. That's why I decided to pay for his stay here, but I can't believe it. So you're telling me that he was lying to me? God, I cannot believe that asshole. I'm going to make him pay for this. After apologizing to me on her son's behalf, my mother-in-law gripped her fist strongly and started trembling in anger. Oh God, I wonder what she's going to do to him. But man, I have a feeling she's going to be able to teach him a lesson. And a few hours later...
What the hell? What are you guys doing?
Yasuji and his relatives came into the room Yasuji and I were staying in, and as soon as he saw me, he said this to me.
Do you know what's going on right now, Paige? My family dragged me back here for some reason, but I don't really know what they want from me. But anyway, could you pour some tea for me? I'm really thirsty right now, and could use a drink. Oh, and you better make sure that it isn't too hot. I don't want to burn my tongue again.
Why don't you do it yourself then? You have to stop making your wife do everything for you. That's when Yasuji's parents walked in. All right, Paige, go and enjoy the onsen with everyone else. Don't worry, we'll stay here and make sure that Yasuji is taking care of Panimi properly for you.
Wait, what? Why have I got to...
Shut up! Paige told me everything. You haven't been helping her with any of the chores, have you? I texted everyone about this already, and they're all super pissed at you. I mean, why wouldn't they be mad? You lied to them. And besides, you brought Paige along with you so she could take some time to relax, didn't you? Now's the time to let her do exactly that. All right, Paige, go ahead. Don't worry about Yasuji and Panimi for now. Just go and do whatever you want to do. And then she smiled at me softly like an angel. Thank you so much. You're the best, ma'am.
Wait, hold on. You're not actually gonna leave me here, right, Paige?
And so Yasuji's other family members took me around the city and bought clothes and snacks for me. We were out together for a couple of hours, but I had a lot of fun. And they all apologized to me sincerely for what Yasuji has been doing to me. They all seemed embarrassed of their nephew/cousin, and when I got back to the hotel, Yasuji said this to me.
You bastard! I don't know what you told my mom, but you can't do this to me!
I was only gone for a few hours, but he seems completely worn out. This is what Paige has to go through every day, you know. This is what you've been putting her through. Now, Panimi wants to ride your back, so come on, get on all fours, you idiot.
Yes, ma'am!
And when we were all checking out of the hotel the next day...
All right, Mom. You're gonna pay for us, right?
What are you talking about? You're gonna have to pay for your stay here. Oh, and you better pay for Paige and Panimi as well.
What?
What do you mean, what? I only said I was gonna pay for you because you told me that you were helping Paige out with all the chores around the house. But now that I know that was all a lie, I have no reason to pay for your stay here.
What? That's ridiculous! I went through all that trouble to look after Panimi yesterday. Don't you think I deserve some kind of reward?
I don't, and besides, you only took care of Panimi for a couple of hours. Paige has been doing the same thing every day for the last 2 years. Can you even imagine how stressful that is? Oh, and I know our relatives got you some gifts during the trip, but you better pay everyone back for that as well.
What? You gotta be kidding me! This isn't fair!
What's not fair is you lying to us about your contributions to your family. Right, everyone? She looked back at her family members, and they all nodded in unison.
Oh, so I'm the bad guy here, huh? Fine then. I don't care anymore. Paige, I want a divorce.
What? What in the world is this guy talking about?
I don't like kids, remember? And if you're gonna keep on making me take care of our daughter, I'm not gonna be able to live happily from now on. I don't want that. So I need you to break up with me.
This sounded like a crazy proposition, but I thought about it for a second and... Sure, let's get a divorce then.
Wait, what? I thought you were gonna beg me to reconsider or something.
Well, you never do any of the chores around the house, you never look after Panimi for me, and your salary isn't even that good. I have no reason to be with you anymore, so I think it would be smart for me to get a divorce with you.
Whoa, hold on! I was only joking!
If you guys are getting a divorce, you better compensate Paige for all the trouble you caused for her and pay her daughter's child support as well.
Wait, what? Compensate her for what, though?
Shut up and just do it, all right? If you're not going to do as I say, I'm not going to let you move back in with us. You're not going to be able to survive on your own with your current salary. Do you want to end up becoming homeless, or do you want to sleep with a roof over your head every night?
Well, I guess the latter?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Paige, you can send the divorce documents over to my house, and I'll make sure that Yasuji signs it and turns it in. Oh, and don't worry, I'm going to make sure he properly compensates you for everything he's done to you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And so after thanking everyone, I walked out of the hotel and got on the taxi that my father-in-law had called for me. He even paid for the ride. But just as I was about to leave...
Paige, wait! I don't actually want to get a divorce with you! I was just joking when I said that
I didn't care what he had to say to me, so I slammed the door in his face and headed back home. Panimi must have been exhausted from playing with her father all day yesterday. She was fast asleep, and I gripped her tightly as we returned back home. Yasuji ended up paying for our room, and our divorce was finalized after a couple of days. I got custody over Panimi, and now Yasuji has to pay her child support until the day she turns 18. But like my mother-in-law said, he had no choice but to move back in with his parents and have them support him. Surviving on his own just wasn't an option for him. His salary didn't allow him to do that, and now he's working day and night at a factory nearby his house to make ends meet. Oh, and his mother is also making him help her out with the chores as well. So I heard that he's been pretty overwhelmed the last couple of months. Meanwhile, Panimi and I moved into a cheap apartment. Now that I don't have to take care of my lazy husband anymore, I'm able to live my life more comfortably. I feel like I have more time to relax than before, which is crazy when you think about it. Maybe I should have gotten a divorce with him earlier. I didn't want to rob Panimi of her father, but she doesn't seem to care at all, so... When you think about it, he never took it upon himself to take care of her, so he probably felt like a stranger to her. Oh, and when Yasuji's mother called me the other day, she said this to me. Hey, Paige. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, and thank you for the gifts. Panimi loves those ribbons that you made for her. Oh, I'm glad they got there safely. And the other day, Panimi drew a picture of you at preschool. I still have it with me, so I'll send you a photo of it later. Really? Oh, well, that would be great. Thank you so much. Is she there with you right now? She is. Would you like to talk to her? Hey, Panimi, your grandma wants to talk to you.
My name is Paige, a 27-year-old office worker. I'm marrying my boyfriend Cole after 3 years of dating. Today, I'm about to visit his parents' apartment to say hello. Well, mother to be exact, because it seems like his parents divorced 20 years ago. He also told me his mother is a difficult person, so I was a bit nervous to meet her. Still, I shook that off, hoping I could get along with her. After taking a deep breath, I knocked on the door and out came this grumpy, middle-aged woman.
Hey, Mom!
Oh, hello. My name is Paige. It's so lovely to finally meet you. I bowed, saying that, handing her a gift. But she looked mad and refused to accept it. After a while, she said, Yeah, and? Oh god, why is she pissed already? What do you want? Please don't tell me that you're planning to marry Cole. Huh? Wait, she doesn't know? Cole told me that she knows why we're visiting. Did he lie to me about that?
We are. If I told you before, you'd refuse. So we came unannounced to leave you no choice.
What? Are you freaking serious? Apologies for suddenly showing up. I thought he told you about today. We'll go ahead and leave. In a panic, I bowed even deeper than earlier. Hold on right there. Yes? You suddenly showed up saying that you want to marry my son? There's no way I'll approve that. I know that the marriage isn't going to work out. Wake up and marry someone who suits you, Cole. You two aren't a good match at all whatsoever. Don't bring misfortune upon yourself. Therefore, I'm absolutely against your marriage. Am I clear? She forced us to go home before we could even go inside. While I was stunned, Cole remained calm as if he knew this would happen.
Well, I knew that she wouldn't approve.
What?
We don't need her approval. She's too stubborn. I want to be with you, Paige. Let's be happy together. and show that to her face next time.
Cole. Right, I was attracted to his positive personality. It's frustrating to be told that we can't be happy. We will be, and we're going to show her that. A year later. Happiness came after we got married. A new life was actually growing inside my belly, and they were twins. I'm a bit nervous since it's my first birth, but I'm looking forward to meeting them. With the due date approaching, I quit my job and am preparing for the special day. I hadn't met my mother-in-law since that day, but Cole keeps her updated regularly by calling her. I know she's surprised that we're living so happily now. She probably still doesn't intend to accept me. But I can't see it optimistically because something has been bothering me recently. Cole's behavior started to change soon after I found out I was pregnant and quit my job. He started coming home late and going out alone on his days off. When I ask where he's going, he doesn't answer. I knew something was up, but my body just didn't want to cooperate. Well, my top priority is to give birth to my twins safely. A month later, I gave birth safely to 2 healthy baby girls named Eve and Liv. Guess what? Cole wasn't there and I couldn't reach him. So with him being like this, I knew he wouldn't help with childcare, so I handled it all on my own. Moreover, he rarely comes home using the excuse, "The crying at night is loud." He says he goes to his mom's house, but is he really? But since I feel like crap after giving birth and doing the childcare alone, I can't do anything. He takes advantage of this by coming home sometimes leaving piles of clothes and trash behind. He's here now and doing it again. God, seriously? I just put Eve and Liv to sleep.
I finished packing my stuff, so I'm leaving.
What? Again?
Of course. Since I'm working, I need to sleep somewhere quiet. I'm coming back the day after tomorrow, so wash those.
He then pointed to the pile of laundry as usual. Hey, I'm not a free laundry service. I didn't have the energy to argue back.
Huh? Where's my favorite shirt?
He was saying this making so much noise that even Liv started crying, so I had to take care of them. Next morning. My daughter's early morning cries woke me up, so I spent hours soothing them both, walking around the room. When one cries, the other does too. This is the power of twins, huh? My arms are starting to feel numb. Cole is already gone, but he must not have found his shirt because things are all over the place. But I don't have the energy to clean or get mad since I'm exhausted. God, I hate this! I was already on the verge of my limit, but at that moment, the doorbell rang. Ugh, who is it in this busy time? I didn't want to answer, but my daughter's cries gave it away. Hey! Open the door right now! What? Mother-in-law? She was banging on the door shouting that. I was wondering why she was here because she never visited before. I so wanted to pretend I was not home, but I just gave up. How are you? I'm pretty sure you know, but Cole isn't home right now because he's been staying at your house for a while. Since I suspected he was lying about staying at our house, I tested her. Yeah, I know that he's not here. Oh, so what he's saying is true? Since he's not home, I came to bully you, actually. What? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. These are my granddaughters. Right, this is her first time meeting them. After looking at my crying daughters, she said, "Come," and picked up Eve. What are you doing? I tried so hard to take my daughter back, but my mother-in-law avoided me and stormed into the house. God, why does this kind of thing only happen to me? Goodness, what is this? Crap! She was stunned to see the mess in the room. Oh, I was going to clean, Excuses. Go sit down, you useless wife. What? Then, to my surprise, she swiftly took out a double baby carrier from somewhere, placed Eve on her back and Liv in front, and began cleaning up the room? Should I help? Shut your mouth! Go to that room and stay there now! After pushing me into the bedroom, she took out a water bottle and a package of something from the big bag she brought. Drink some herbal tea and eat some chocolate cake here. What? Also put these on! She put earphones in my ears, took out her phone, and soothing classical music began to play. Wait, what's going on here? Listen! Do not come out of this room until I say so, okay? If you're bored, then go to sleep. What? But I feel... She left the room, ignoring me. When I peeked through the gap, she was busy soothing my daughters while cleaning the room and doing laundry. They seemed relieved and stopped crying, and the room was getting cleaner and cleaner. Did she come here to help me? About 3 hours later, she came into the room. Look! Since you didn't interrupt me, I finished early. Thank you very much. Tears started to flow because I was finally able to rest for the first time in a long while. Also, since I saw this nice sight to my mother-in-law. She was surprised and confused to see my tears, so she said this to me. I'm sorry. I was joking about the bullying. I just thought you might hesitate if I offered to help. Sorry for scaring you. Oh, no, it's not that. I had long understood her feelings. That's why tears of joy flowed. Eve and Liv are sleeping now, so you should get some rest, too. I'm sorry I got married without listening to you, and now this is happening. I thought she would blame me, but she said something unexpected. It's my fault as a mother that I couldn't stop him. That idiot and you are no match for each other, so I knew it would make you unhappy. What? The reason wasn't me then? Of course not! I've been worried about you since Cole told me you were going to have twins. I haven't heard from him lately, so I know something was up. He's not been coming home lately, huh? Yes, he also isn't staying at your house, right? She nodded and said, Let me know if there's anything I can do. I'll do anything for my granddaughters. I was unsure whether I should trust her, to be honest, but I decided to ask her for help. Then, may I ask you a favor? After asking her my favor, she accepted it without hesitation. All right, with that being decided, let's investigate Cole thoroughly. Let's see. As expected, he's been doing whatever he wants, and yeah, I found out some interesting facts. That scumbag! How dare he do that to me? What should I do with him? A week later. Since then, my mother-in-law has come over every day to help me. Cole only still comes home to change and pack, so he didn't seem to notice that she's here. And then the time for my battle finally came. I went to greet Cole when he came home late at night after putting my daughters to sleep. Going to your mom's house?
Yep, she said I could come over anytime. She knows I wouldn't be able to relax with a wife like you. She hates you so much.
You're the one who's hated.
Excuse me?
Oopsie daisy. While we were talking, my mother-in-law came out and said, When did I say something like that? Quit lying! He was so shocked to see his mother there pissed off. Well, of course. The mother-in-law and daughter-in-law who he thought had a bad relationship are both here. Paige! Cole started lying without hesitation because you're such a careless wife!
What?
Me? Oh, that's so rude! This is fake. This is actually one of the plans we came up with. I feel sorry for Cole having a wife like you. This is the result of you going against my decision. Are you serious? You made my son like this. I'm sorry.
That's too much, Mom.
Are you going to be on our side? You don't come home because you hate her, right? Even lie that you're staying at my place. I bet you went to another girl and started living with her just like you did back then.
Mom, shush!
Look! He's panicking because it's the truth! My mother-in-law told me he had a girlfriend who he almost married before me. Well, two. They dumped him because of his cheating, so he had to pay compensation, which his mother covered for him. That's probably part of why she's strongly opposed. Also, as she said, he's now partially living together with his new girlfriend. If you love someone else, then divorce. It's a waste having to pay double the living. You won't be blamed if you just say your wife doesn't do the housework.
Really?
Of course not. You were cheating on me? I know that you are a jerk.
Oh,
There's no way he'll honestly say yes. You felt lonely because she only focused on the kids, huh? Then you're not to blame. A wife must do childcare and housework perfectly and greet her husband with a smile so he won't feel lonely. A wife who can't do that should be cheated on. This is actually fake too. This is the other plan we came up with.
Yeah, you're so right about that. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Ha! Gotcha!
The house is messy and your food sucks. No man wants to be with a wife who's unfeminine.
If that's so, then hurry up and dump her, Cole.
It's a divorce. I don't have to hide it anymore. I never knew it was okay to cheat if it's the wife's fault. Thanks.
Yeah, I so agree. I have the divorce papers.
For real? Yes!
He signed it without hesitation and then handed it to me. What's going to happen to even live?
They're yours. I'm gonna start a new life with Rachel. Finally!
So her name is Rachel, huh?
What?
Crap! Focus! We promised to be happy together! No! But there's nothing I can do about it, right? I continued my fake crying and quickly signed the divorce papers. I'm finally free! Don't worry, I'll go submit it. My mother-in-law then left in a hurry to go submit the divorce papers, so now it was my turn to talk. Wow. You don't care like that even though you just divorced me. What a frickin' scumbag! I then started to confront him.
Huh? Are you bipolar?
Oi! Do you think it's okay to cheat because the wife can't do housework? I've always done the housework up until now. Mother-in-law has been helping me recently, though. I demand compensation from you and Rachel, so be prepared.
What? But Mom said I'm innocent!
Is your mom a lawyer? Is she a divorce specialist? I don't think there's a lawyer who would defend a man who cheats on his wife after he finds out she's pregnant.
But Mom said it's your fault! She said, useless wife!
Where? I'm the one doing the housework and childcare. You're not coming home because their crying is loud, is grounds for divorce and compensation.
After you gave birth, you stopped dressing up and put the kids before me. You seemed more like a mom, so I couldn't love you anymore. You didn't even try to look feminine, so this is your fault!
God, is he serious right now? Shut the hell up! Didn't try to look feminine. Really? You didn't even try to be a father in the first place.
Because...
Shut your mouth! Not only did you openly say you were cheating, but you also signed the divorce papers with an I won look on your face. Also, like a mom. What? Yes, I am a mother to even live, but I don't remember giving birth to you. If you can only see your wife as a mother, that's proof you're not fulfilling your role as a father. You should be ashamed of yourself for failing to be a father. I'll demand a lot of compensation from you, and no one will help you this time, so good luck.
Excuse me? The hell are you saying? Try to demand me compensation. I dare you. Mom will say I'm not at fault and would pay for me, so I don't care.
Goodness, that idiot didn't know anything. If that's true, then why don't you call her and ask for help now?
I will do that.
He then called his mom for help.
Hello? Mom? What? Yeah. What? Why? Why are you saying that? I'm your son. Wait, hold on. What do you mean by that? Mom? Hello? Mom?
He was stunned because she hung up on him. So, what did she say?
She said I need to pay for it. She can't cover it for me anymore. Also, she's cutting ties with me because she's moving and will make me pay back for everything.
See? I told you no one would help you.
No, wait, were you and Mom teaming up?
You just realized?
From when? Tell me, why is this happening to me?
While he was panicking, I picked up Even Liv and said, I'm moving too, so I'll tell you the payment details later.
No! Paige! Mom! Help!
As I was leaving, he never shouted our daughters' names. I was dumbfounded to see this man having no sense of responsibility as a father. After that, I demanded compensation from both Cole and Rachel with evidence. I also made Cole pay child support. Seems like Rachel and Cole broke up after. He was also asked to pay for everything his mother covered for him, so he got into debt. I know he has no money left since he used it all on women, so he's screwed. As for me, I moved and started to work while raising my twins. Am I having a hard time doing housework and childcare? Don't you all worry, I have a strong ally. Paige, I can go pick up Even Liv from daycare today. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Yep, I actually went to live with my mother-in-law. She asked if I wanted to live with her when I decided to divorce. She helps me a lot by doing housework and babysitting. Thank you for letting me be a grandmother to these beautiful babies. No problem. Let's protect them at all costs together. Ah! Oh my, seems like they're saying yes, please. Yeah, they're in perfect sync. Families come in all shapes and sizes. Ours may not be considered a normal family, but our family, full of smiles, is my treasure.
I'm Paige, 26 years old, working in the office. I recently got engaged with Bart, who also works in the office. We just started living together. I can't call him the neatest person, but he's funny and talkative. I enjoy his company. We'd make a great family. When I went to visit my parents to introduce him to them, my parents and my younger sister Pamela were all happy for us about our engagement. I also broke this news to my old friend Karen, and she was excited too and suggested we get together soon. And I'm just having coffee with her in a cafe. Paige, congratulations on your engagement. Thanks, Karen. Do you remember when we talked about our future husbands, Pamela, you, and me? Of course, you wanted to open a restaurant, so you wanted to marry a chef, and you made it come true. I was impressed. Well, the restaurant part is going well, but I'm not expecting my marriage anytime soon. In those days, marriage was the only way I could think of to become happy. But after about 2 months, we started living together. What are these? I found several photos and videos of Bart and a pretty woman on his laptop. Each of them was with a different woman. They were taken in a hotel room, and some of them dated recently. It freaks me out that those files are named with possibly each woman's phone number. I was off today and he was at work. I stepped into his room to clean and I found his laptop was in sleep mode, so I was just going to shut it down properly, and then I found them. How could I ever marry a man like this? Immediately I texted him, I know you've been having an affair. I recognized he read it, but he didn't respond to it at all. He didn't even come home, so I was reluctant, but called him up.
Hey.
I thought he might not answer the phone, but he did. I know you read my text. What do you have to say about it?
I didn't think it would be a productive conversation if I just talked with you. I wanted 3 of us to talk instead. So that's why I didn't reply. I knew you were mad at me, and I didn't need that.
How can you expect me not to be mad at you?
You're scary. I thought you were calmer and collected. That's why I chose you. But you're rather hysterical. You know that all men cheat. Can't you think this way? I have many girlfriends because I'm an attractive man.
Oh no, he's not normal. He's bragging. Ugh.
She told you, huh? I told her I'd take care of child support.
Child support? Is she pregnant?
Well, we'll talk. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm gonna talk with her tonight and decide what we'll do. We'll see you there tomorrow afternoon.
That Bastard, give me a break. But in a way, I'm glad this happened before we got married. I was ready to go to my parents' house and started packing until Bart came home with his girlfriend the following afternoon.
Hey,
Hello? Standing right next to Bart was my one and only sister, Pamela. Oh my God, are you the girlfriend of Bart?
huh? You didn't know that?
I told you I haven't said anything to my sister yet. I'm sorry, Paige. I feel bad about this. So I was going to raise my child alone with his child support. While she was apologetic, she didn't have a spine since she was a kid. She couldn't think straight and had no principles. She always listened to others' opinion and was indecisive. She used to follow me around and copy me. She chose the same high school and college as I went to. When Bart asked her out aggressively, she probably couldn't say no, but even so, going out with her sister's fiancé and getting pregnant? That's unforgivable. Bart said, laying his hand on Pamela's stomach.
I'll take Pamela. She's pregnant with my child. Besides, I don't like hysterical women. After you were mad at me on the phone yesterday, I realized I couldn't go out with you.
Huh? Do you think there is any woman in the world who remains calm to find out her fiancé was having an affair?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Didn't I tell you about my mother? She was a very hysterical woman, always shouting and fighting my dad. I've had it and broke off all ties with them long ago. I never want to have a family like that of my own.
I couldn't see a point in talking with him further. He didn't have the slightest idea that he's immoral, and so was Paula. Bart, you said you two were planning a wedding. I don't have any problem with anything you decide for your wedding, so can I just take over? Oh, you two are a match made in heaven. I totally lost my word to say to them. Is she aware that Bart is a womanizer? Well, I guess she has to learn for herself because I don't think I can help her. All right, you two. Then I demand compensation from both of you. Pamela, you are not my sister anymore, and do not ever show your faces in front of me. And I moved out of the apartment. Hearing the whole story, my parents cut ties with Pamela and kicked her out of the house. So I'm back at my parents'. Up to this point, the wedding expenses were paid by my parents, and they demanded Bart pay it all back. I threw myself into my work to forget and move on with my life. It took several months for me to recover from the wounds. But my parents and Karen have been supportive, and just when I started to feel myself again, I got a message from an unknown sender. Hi, Paige? I immediately knew it was Pamela. Did you forget that I told you not to contact me ever again? Well, the reason why I'm calling you is that I want you to come to our wedding. Some nerve she has, this little brat.
Hey, let me talk to her. Hello, Paige. We're out of cash after we paid you the compensation, and I was thinking maybe your friend Karen could help us a bit. I read a good review of someone who had a small but nice wedding party at her restaurant, but she may have heard some bad things about me. So if we were on good terms and you could attend the party, I know she would help us with various deals and discounts for your sake.
These two, they couldn't stop using and humiliating me. My anger went through the roof. I didn't want anything to do with them, but now I reached the point where I had to take revenge. Revenge? That's not a bad idea. Okay, I'll come to your wedding.
Seriously? Yay!
Well, let's get started. It'll be fun. I got a wedding invitation from them with a photo of them smooching, which made me sick. How dare they send me a card like this? They threw common sense out the window and the wedding day came.
Our friends and family, colleagues, and those who got dragged here against their will, thank you for joining us at this gathering today.
Bart took the microphone and began the speech. He is a good speaker, and his humorous talk eased the tension in the room and put people at ease. After Bart's speech, it was Karen's turn as the host. Let's give a warm welcome to the bride. The bride was to enter through the back room. Bart was all smiles, expecting his beautiful bride to come out the door. Why am I here wearing a tiara, not at the guest table? Because... Please welcome, with a big round of applause, Paige.
Ah!
As I saw Bart's face of disbelief in the corner of my eye, I entered the room as the bride. The room began to get noisy. Bart lost his words for a moment.
What are you doing? I didn't see you at the guest table, but where's Pamela?
He started looking around while I reached for the microphone. Hi, everyone. I wanted to show you the evidence that says he is a womanizer. At that moment, the lights went off and the large screen on the wall started showing the slides of the girls Bart dated with one after another. It became clear that photos and videos are not just snapshots, they are also dated. Watching those, the guests froze. By the way, I didn't sneak and download these photos from Bart's laptop when I found them, but they were sent to me by the owners of the materials. I mentioned earlier that the file names looked like phone numbers, so I called them up one by one. There you have it. They have no idea Bart was fooling around with them while he was engaged, except Pamela, of course. They were still going out with him until I told them the truth. Then they voluntarily provided that evidence to me.
Hey, stop! Stop playing the film!
That was no use, though. The best supporter of this revenge project of mine was the owner of this restaurant, Karen. It was such a satisfying feeling to watch him all sweaty, even in the dark. And then someone else entered the scene. How dare you deceive me? Paige told me everything. I didn't think you were this degree of womanizer, you bastard. I'm glad it was out in the open before we got married. You hurt me, Bart. How could you do this to me? That's right. She was the second supporter of this drama. Right before the reception began, I showed this evidence to her, and she agreed to help me pursue this.
Wait a minute. You have to understand, all men cheat.
Then he received icy stares from every guest in the room.
No. This is just a misunderstanding. It's...
Shut up. I'm not going to forgive you for good.
Pamela, I'm sorry. And everyone, please, I'm sorry.
As he screamed like this, he looked like he meant it. To Pamela, who was crying out loud, guests sent her a sympathetic look, but... Huh? What are you talking about? What? You stole him from me in the first place. You are not a heroine of a tragedy. You don't deserve people's sympathy. Then a voice came from a speaker. It was Pamela's line from that day. Can I just take over your wedding? Naturally, I prepared to record audio and video because I expected Bart would bring his girlfriend that day. The sympathetic looks of the guests turned to one of reproach and contempt. Wait a minute, please. It's because I got pregnant and had no choice other than... Please, everyone, please listen to me. The guests rose one by one and headed for the door. Someone shouted at Bart and Pamela, "You guys are the worst." Please, don't go. Pamela, unable to stop a single person from leaving the room, collapsed to the floor and cried loudly. Bart, on the other hand, kept mumbling to himself and kneeled on the floor staring blankly. Soon all the guests have gone but me. Bart and Pamela broke up and the wedding gifts were all returned to the senders. I heard Bart quit his job after he was too embarrassed with what happened at the wedding, and people made him uncomfortable being there. He was looking for a new job, but things were tough. So he started a part-time job to cover compensation and child support for Pamela. He has to work 2 jobs and barely has time to sleep. That must be hard. Pamela was going back to work after the child was born, but people didn't forget about her bad reputation. It was hard for her to stay there, and she quit as well. It turned out Bart's parents were raising the child. My parents got a job and place to live for Pamela at the inn, which our relatives owned. I know them too, of course, and they are tough. After the whole thing happened, Pamela wasn't in good shape, but she's now being trained by them to work hard at the inn. My parents manage her income and child support, so she doesn't have much to use freely. Honestly, she deserves it. I'm still living with my parents and having a peaceful life. Recently, I got a promotion at work. I plan to buy a cruise trip for my parents with my raised pay. Also, I went to Karen's restaurant the other day. Hi, Paige. Hi, Karen. I brought 20 people from my company who I had booked with. Welcome, and thank you for this party reservation with our most expensive course in return for the event. You didn't have to, though. No, it wasn't possible without your help. I appreciate what you did for me. Well, it made me mad when I heard about Bart and Pamela for the first time, so I enjoyed helping you out in that way. Yeah, I'm glad I can laugh about it now. Happy to hear that, Paige. Now, let me show you to your room. Okay, I am starving. My name is Paige, and I'm a 25-year-old office worker. I just moved into this apartment, but look at the layout. Here I am, all alone in this ridiculously spacious 3-bed apartment. Why? Because recently, my boyfriend Henry, who had promised we'd move in together, suddenly dumped me. The words he said to me when it happened:
Yeah, Paige, I've been thinking. I just can't live with you.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? You can't just say that out of nowhere.
I mean, it's not gonna work. It just isn't.
But we already signed the lease for the apartment, and we're supposed to move in next week.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But why? Why now?
Look, moving in together means I'd have to see you every day, right? And honestly, I don't think I can do that. You're just not that kind of girl I want by my side anymore, you know?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? You owe me an explanation.
Fine, you want the truth? Alright, Paige. You're like super boring and unattractive. A plain, nerdy girl with glasses? It's just embarrassing to be around, you know?
What?
And your figure, too. Like, it's just kind of meh. A little chubby, but not in a cute way, you know? It's just awkward.
Wait, what are you even saying?
I mean, you're a good cook and you're tidy, so you'd make a decent housekeeper, but seeing you every day? Nah, I just can't do it.
That's so horrible.
Anyway, you can keep the apartment, okay? Just live there by yourself, Paige. You'll be fine. You were on your own before you met me, right? So it's no big deal. Alright, take care.
And that's how he broke up with me. We'd been together for 2 years, and I thought moving in together was the first step toward marriage. I'd been secretly dreaming about it, but those hopes came crashing down in an instant. It was cruel, too cruel. But honestly, I can't say everything Henry said was completely wrong. Maybe I've been too easy on myself. Both Henry and I love food, and while he can eat anything and never gain weight, I'm not so lucky. I ended up gaining over 11 pounds since we started dating. I couldn't resist enjoying good food, though. And every time we went out, he'd ask, "Did you gain weight?" Even so, the way he dumped me was way out of line. Not that it changes anything. I know that Henry isn't coming back, no matter how much I complain. So I've decided I'm going to get fit and look amazing to make him regret ever leaving me. Since then, it's been all about losing weight. I'm keeping track of everything I eat, and after work, I go home and push myself hard. Take that. Whew, I've got this. I'm not giving up. I will lose weight and become gorgeous. Just you wait, Henry. I went all in and bought a professional punching bag stand, complete with a photo of Henry's face taped right on it. Every day I work out like crazy, taking all my frustration out on it. Before I knew it, my place was filled with all kinds of exercise equipment. Honestly, with everything I've got now, who even needs a gym? Fast forward about a month into my diet, and I've become totally hooked on fitness. Not only has it transformed my body, but it's helped me sort through my emotions too. I feel like I've finally moved on, and I've even started thinking it's time to get rid of the last of Henry's photos still lying around. Then, on my day off, I decided to treat myself to a shopping trip. I got dressed up a little more than usual, grabbed a trash bag full of Henry's photos and other things to toss, and headed out because it was burnable trash day after all. This is it. I'm finally letting go of the past. I'll keep working hard because I can do this. Pushing myself has already brought me closer to the best version of me, and there's no stopping now. I'll stick to my ab workouts, keep running. I was hyping myself up as I walked out the door. Just then my neighbor, the guy from the apartment next door, called out to me in a rush.
Wait! Excuse me. You dropped something. Here.
I turned around, and there he was holding one of the photos I must have accidentally dropped. Oh, thank you so much. Just my luck. I finally worked up the courage to throw that out, and now this. Before I realized it, I had said that last part out loud. Oops. My neighbor stared at the photo for a moment, then asked hesitantly,
Who's this?
Oh, him? That's my ex.
Your ex?
Yeah, embarrassing, but we were supposed to move into this apartment together. Then he dumped me, said I was too boring and unattractive.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and sorry for asking.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm over it. I mean, he wasn't completely wrong. I did gain weight, and I am kind of boring. Looking back, I guess it makes sense. But I've been working hard on myself since then. I'm working hard, and I'm sticking to it. Oh no, he must think I'm so weird. Why am I telling him all of this? I thought, silently panicking. Then to my surprise, he suddenly laughed.
Oh, so that's what's been going on.
Huh? What do you mean?
Every night I'd hear you shouting stuff like, "Take that!" or "Damn it!" It all makes sense now.
Wait, what? You mean you heard all of that?
Yeah, every night. Honestly, it kind of became part of my routine. I'd hear you and think, oh, time to do my stretches. On nights when it was quiet, I actually felt kind of disappointed.
No way. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I couldn't help but burst out laughing. I mean, who would have thought that my neighbor had been hearing all those noises? And on top of that, he'd been doing stretches along with me? How hilarious is that? But then things took an unexpected turn. Even though it was our first proper conversation, we hit it off immediately. He was not just easy to talk to, but also a great listener. As we chatted, we realized his job had some surprising connections to mine. Before I knew it, we were visiting each other's apartments and becoming close friends. Not long after, Daniel asked me to date him with marriage in mind, and we officially moved in together. He gave up his place and settled into my apartment. 6 months went by, and one day Daniel brought up something I wasn't expecting.
Hey, Paige, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
Huh? What's up?
Well, that guy in the photo you were throwing out, I actually know him.
What? Wait, you know Henry?
Yeah. Henry and I went to college together, and he actually scammed me back then and took a decent chunk of money from me.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and it wasn't just me. A bunch of our friends got ripped off too. He was always pulling something, even on the girls he dated.
That's horrible. I had no idea.
When we tried to get him to pay us back, he'd make excuses and drag things out. Then, right after graduation, he disappeared. None of us could track him down.
That's unbelievable.
I know. Who'd have thought he'd turn up so close by? I guess karma really does catch up with people eventually.
When I heard everything Daniel had to say, I was completely shocked. Not only had Henry been deceiving women, but he had also scammed his friends and then disappeared without a trace. I couldn't believe it. I could never forgive him. If it had just been me, maybe I could have moved on. But the fact that he hurt Daniel too, that was unforgivable. So I asked Daniel, this is so messed up. So what are you going to do about it?
At first I was thinking of tracking him down and getting revenge. But then, after meeting you and having such a happy time together, I realized that revenge didn't matter to me anymore.
I see.
But
what?
I don't want to marry you while I still have all this anger inside me. I need to settle this first.
Wait, did you just say, marry me?
Paige, I'm just gonna say it straight. I want you to marry me.
Huh? What?
I mean it. Will you marry me?
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say right now. I was so overwhelmed with happiness that I couldn't form any words. All I could do was blurt out and said, Yes, I'll marry you. I'm so happy, Daniel.
I'm so happy too, Paige.
It was an unexpected proposal, but we decided that we wanted to start fresh and clear everything up first. So we discussed what to do about that reckless guy. Well, what should we do?
Let's see.
Oh,
I've got a great idea!
What?
What do you think?
Daniel, that's perfect.
I know, right?
Then the plan began. First, I used my family's connections to gather all the information I could on Henry. How, you ask? Well, actually, my sister's pretty amazing. My sister Phoebe told my dad about it, and he got me a private investigator to help us out. Turns out Henry had scammed Daniel out of a pretty large sum, $8,000. Daniel had kept all the emails and account statements as evidence, so we had everything we needed. Henry had borrowed money from a lot of people, not just Daniel. I explained everything to them and got their help too. How did I manage all this? Well, I've got a bit of a network, you know. Plus, there's my man Ty and his connections and people he knows, so we had access to a lot. Everyone's really angry about it, though. With all the physical evidence in hand, we made our way to Henry's apartment. As soon as we rang the doorbell, Henry appeared.
Oh, hey, Paige. Long time no see. I was just about to reach out to you.
Let's skip the small talk. You know who he is, right? I said, and Daniel popped his head out from behind the door. Then Henry's face turned pale instantly.
Wait, how's Daniel here? Long time no see, scammer. Finally tracked you down. What? You two? What's going on here? What's happening?
What's going on? We're getting married, obviously.
Huh?
Yeah, and we came to get back the $8,000 you stole from my partner.
What? We've got all the proof that you scammed me, so there's no way out. The police are already on their way, and they should be here any minute. No way.
No matter what excuses you come up with, you're getting arrested. The police officer coming now is actually my brother. Just as we finished speaking, my brother Paul showed up in his police car. He looked great in his uniform, as always. Then Henry started freaking out even more, saying,
Wait, hold on. This is crazy. It's just money, right? If I return it, we're good, right? I don't have it right now, but I promise I'll pay it all back. Please, no cops. I'm begging you.
Oh, really? You don't want the police involved? And you don't have the money? Well, maybe I'll have my grandpa take care of you instead then. Since he said he didn't want the police and didn't have any money, I immediately called my grandpa. Within minutes, a black car arrived.
What? Wait, what's going on?
Henry stammered as a few men in sunglasses got out of the car and grabbed him.
Wait, no, let go! Stop!
Aw, you don't like being involved with my grandpa? I guess I'll just have to call my mom, Penny, then.
Ha! Henry, you're really done. Done! What? What do you mean?
To put it simply, you're about to experience the underworld of society. You should enjoy the sunlight while you can, because you might not see it again.
No, I don't want that! Henry, you keep making worse decisions.
What? You don't want to deal with my mom either? Fine. I'll just have you work for my grandma.
I'll work and pay back the money. Please, just don't get the police involved.
Well, my grandma's place is a luxury hotel. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, please, I'll do anything. Are you really okay with that? A luxury hotel as a workplace? That sounds amazing. Of course I'll totally do it. Well then, good luck.
Alrighty then, it's decided. My grandma's associate will be there in about 4 minutes.
Then I better get ready.
Oh, you don't need to pack your stuff.
Oh, then I'll just bring my phone and wallet.
You don't need those either.
What? Then can I at least take some clothes?
Nope, you do not need them.
What? Why can't I take anything?
It's because you won't need any of that stuff. There's no phone signal, no chance to change clothes, no shirts, ties, leather shoes, or sneakers. You won't need any of that for the rest of your life.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, you might not even remember what casual clothes are anymore. Before long, a few of my grandmother's associates showed up and quickly got Henry into the car. He looked completely confused, anxiously glancing between me and Daniel. Then Daniel dropped a bombshell.
Oh, by the way, I'm her grandma's legal advisor. Huh? What?
Yep, that's right. Henry had walked right into Daniel's trap without even realizing it.
You'll never escape me, or any of the other victims. From now on, your life's gonna be, well, you know, the kind of life you'll be living now. What do you mean by that? It's so hard to put into words, but you'll figure it out soon enough.
I'll tell you exactly what it means. It's karma catching up to you. You're getting exactly what you deserve. You dug your own grave. With that, Henry was hauled off. As you can imagine, he ended up working on a remote island where my grandma's luxury hotel is being developed. It's part of a new resort project. He worked for one of the contractors, then for their subcontractors, and ended up as the lowest level worker on a team digging wells. Since the island was so isolated, heavy machinery couldn't get in, so it's all manual labor, digging wells by hand. But hey, he'll probably spend the rest of his life paying off that debt. With my grandma watching over him, there's no way he's getting out of it. Plus, Daniel's the legal advisor, so I'd say this case is officially closed. What a relief.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!